Hi guys, this is Michael from the Board Games Chronicle. Today we'll be playing a Pacific War 1942 Solitaire. This is a game from Worthington Publishing. Actually, I got it together with Iwo Jima 1945. I was focusing on Iwo Jima and Kickstarter, and it was an add-on to this. It's a very small, as you can see, quick, neat game, very small footprint. You can see my hand and you can see that the map is very small. It's actually, when you look at the name at the Board Game Geek, called Pacific War 1942 Solitaire Travel Game. So I believe this is a really good name because it's small and it plays pretty quickly. What I will do today, I decided that there is really no sense to do any kind of unboxing and overview. A simple teach and play would be much better, and I will simply play the game with you. I already did it once, had fun with it, even managed to win, and today I will play with you guys. I read the Board Game Geek. There were some questions to the rules, so we will have them covered. In essence, the game starts in 1942. It's about the Pacific Theater War, and this is, I would say, at the largest extent of the Japanese invasion of the area. We'll be playing as an allies, as a US forces on Central Front, Southwest Front, as mainly British forces on the Indian front and Chinese forces on the China front. So there are 4 fronts here. There will be 3 seasons. It will be Central Pacific, it will be Southwest Pacific, and it will be Indian Oceans. So 3 sea areas and 4 fronts. The goal is, of course, to get to the Japan and to end the game with as many victory points as possible and to prevent the victory of Japan. This is a solitary game, so we play as an allies and the bot will play as our opponent. Let me just take the rules. I believe I should have them in the box. Yeah. The rules are not overly large, I would say. They are minimalistic. These are all the rules for the game. They might still be handy if we would need to check some of the stuff. Okay. How the sequence of play looks like. Here the player 8 tells us. So first of all, we'll be rolling a die to see how many action points we have. In the first 8 turns of the game, we would have from 1 to 3 action points. From the turn 9 till 20, we would have from 2 to 4, depending on the roll, the different value of action points. We don't have any counter for the action points, we just calculate them in our head. You know, there's not too many actions the allies can do, so you can really use them. Each action costs 1 action point, so you would have from 1 action to 4 actions maximum. And these are the actions. You can attack the front. You can see the marker here where is the Allied forces and where are the Japanese forces. So on southwest front, the Allies are in Port Moresby and the Japanese are in Guadalcanal. On the central front, we are in Midway and Tarawa is occupied by Japanese forces. By the way, those double-circled, areas are the starting positions. In India, we are in Mandalay, in Burma, and the Japanese are in Rangoon. And on the China front, we are in Kunming, and Chongqing is where the Chinese front is. So this will be the first action, attack the front, then will be attack Japanese sea areas. You can see that all 3 sea areas are now Japanese control and we can flip it to have it under our control. Those 2 attacks are described here. In order to advance on the land front, you need to roll from 3 to 6. There will be some modifiers. And on the sea, you need to roll 4 to 6 in order to win and flip. Your third action will be add 1 reserve marker to your front. So you can do it for 1 action and it gives you 1 reroll. The fourth action is remove one Europe marker. If we have Europe first marker here, all the battles on those two fronts, land battles, China and India, incur -2 DRM, die roll modifier. The fifth action is flip a front marker from stalled to active, because there could be a situation when our front is flipped to stalled, and that means they cannot attack, they cannot do anything. The game will end after 20 turns, or if we manage to hit the Japan with a bomb between turn 17 and 20. And we'll calculate the points. The points will be for occupation of Japan, for occupation of Singapore. We will get the points for how many terrains we conquered, whether the seas are under our control, and so on and so forth. We can also potentially automatically lose the game if two of those areas, so Australia, Hawaii, India, and China, are occupied by Japanese forces. We automatically lose the game. The die roll modifiers will be important, but maybe I can describe them when I will be actually doing something with them. I believe we are ready to play. There is not too many more rules, so we start with a turn 1 sequence of play. We roll. We rolled 3. 3 means 1 action point, so it's not too great. Let me first invest in the fleet. Why? Because if there is a fleet, this fleet gives a bonus to the defense. So for example, if I would like to attack with this front against this front, this is not fortified, this is fortified, just forgot to tell you. Normally I would need 3 to 6, but this is -1 die roll modifier, so I need 4 to 6, so only 50% chances. So I prefer to attack those ships. I succeed on 4 to 6. No luck. Wasted turn. Now we go to the Japanese. They roll a die. They rolled 2. We look at odd turns and even turns. This is the odd turn. American Juggernaut. Attack the Allied front marker on the Central and Southwestern Pacific fronts. So actually it's Japanese who are attacking us here. Let's start with the central front. They need to roll 3 to 6. There are no negative die roll modifiers because it's still their fleet. So there is no die roll modifier for fleet, and I believe these are not fortified places. So first attack here, 6. So we are pushed to Hawaii. They won the Battle of Midway. And the second, they also won here the attack on Port Moresby. Not good. Turn 2. Let's see. We roll 5. 5 are these are the 2 action points. I still would like to get those ships, yes, under our control. So this is first action point. The second action point will be getting the reserves. And that's all for our turn. The Japanese now roll 1. This is the even turn. Other fronts, Europe, Middle East, etc. Reduce Allied army reserves by 1. Sorry. And flip to active fronts to stalled. Player choice. Which fronts? I believe I will flip those for time being. Yes. And that concludes turn 2. We move to turn 3. We rolled 3. Again, 1 action point. I will try to push here on southwest front. This is our fleet, our control, so there is no die roll modifier for Japanese, so we need 3 to 6. We got it, so we pushed them. Now let's see what they will do. They rolled 5. This is the odd turn. 5 odd turns, Imperial Navy. If the Japanese control the Central Pacific, sea area, flip the front marker to stalled. Otherwise, attack. Okay, guys, 3 out of 4 fronts are stalled now. Not the nicest thing, but we are still in the early phase of the war. We still don't have too many action points. And we roll 3, we again have 1. Having 1 means I will probably would like to push further here. And we got 1, and 1 is of course bad luck. Now the Japanese, what they will do? They rolled 6, and this is the even turn. Imperial Navy, if the Japanese control the Indian Ocean, yes, they do, flip the Indian front marker to stalled. It's already stalled. Otherwise, attack allied ships on the Indian Ocean. Nothing happens. The situation on the Indian Ocean and Indian front is so bad that it cannot get worse. It's some kind of respite for me. Okay, now let's see how many action points we have. 2, so we have again 1, and we try to push here. We have 66% chances, so why not? Wow, second time in a row we failed. Now Japanese, they rolled 6, and this is the odd turn. Banzai, flip over all Japanese front markers to reserves. Wow, that's pity, because now to push those fronts we will have -1 die roll modifier for the battle. This is not getting any easier. 6. We roll 2 again, we have 1 action point. So what can we do? I believe we'll again invest in reserves here, and let's see what Japanese will do. 6, and this is even turn, and we already had this result. If the Japanese control the Indian Ocean, yes, they would flip it to stalled, otherwise they will attack. Nothing happens. At least this. Now turn 7, I need some more action points. 3, again 1. So let's try to attack here. Normally we need 3 to 6, but this is -1. And we potentially can do the reroll, so we need 4 to 6. No luck, but we do the reroll. 5. And what happens now? We pushed them and we flip the reserves. So this is first victory point, because we went beyond the starting position. What Japanese will do, they will roll 1 on the odd turn. Chiang Kai-shek attack the Allied front marker on the China front and flip China front stalled. It's already stalled. So they need 3 to 6, because there is no fleet interference in China front. There is no bonus for the fleet. It's only impact Indian Ocean impacts Indian front, Southwest Pacific impacts Southwest front, and Central Pacific impacts Central front. They rolled 3. So they pushed us here. Not very nice. Turn 8, the last turn with a low number of action points. And we rolled 3 again, only 1. That's not good. We push here as long as we can. We rolled 2. Third time we rolled 1 or 2 and cannot move forward. In Japanese, roll 3. This is even turn. Europe first. Put Europe marker in play in the Europe box and flip 1 active front to stalled player choice. I believe the only not stalled front is here now. Everybody is stalled. So we played first 8 turns, and this looks terrible. This looks simply terrible for us. The only success is here in Southwest front. Here we were pushed back. Here we were not pushed back, but there are reserves, Japanese reserves, and we are stalled, similarly in China front. But now we start to roll nicer. We move to turn 9, and the minimum action points are 2. 5, nice. 3 action points. Things will start to change. Where do we want to attack? First, I would push here. So first action point, we flip it. Or maybe let's invest totally in one of the other fronts. Europe is there, so we will not do anything there. But 3 points we can start investing here. First of all, we will try to flip the fleet. No, we have not managed. One more time, yes. So the fleet is here. These were 2 points, and third point will be flipping it from stalled. Now Japanese, action. 6. 6 on the odd turns. Banzai flip over all Japanese fronts markers to reserves if not flipped. This one flips to reserves. Now turn 10. 2. That's 2 action points. So we'll focus here now. There is -1 die roll modifier because of the reserve, so we need 4 to 6. I will buy reserves for the first action point, and for the second we roll, yes, 4 to 6. So we pushed them here, and you know what? We'll try to push them again. Now, this is again 3 to 6, -1 for fortification, and this simply means that the fleet does not give you any attack bonus, it gives you defense bonus if it's under your control. Okay, and I rolled 1, but I have a reroll. Pity. Now what Japanese will do, they will roll 5. On the even turn, China and Britain attack the Allied front marker on the China and India front. So they will probably push us. India, first attack. 2. They didn't push us. And now China. They pushed us out of China, so they conquered China. One more such thing, and we are done in the game, so we need to be careful. Turn 11. 2. Very poor roll, 2 action points only. Let me push here as long as I can. So we succeed on 4 to 6 because there is a fortification. And we will buy, first of all, the die reroll. 1. And we will use this die reroll, 4 to 6. Yes. So we pushed them from Tarawa. Good. At least those 2 fronts are progressing, but we'll need to focus soon on that part. Japanese, they rolled 4, and this is odd turn. Japanese subs flip 1 Allied sea area control marker if in play to Japanese control player choice. So they want to flip it. Let me flip this one. Turn 12. Please, I need 4 action points. Yes, 4 action points. 4 action points means we will do some actions finally here. First of all, we'll get rid of this Europe. This is first action point. Then we will try to flip it. 3, no. Second time we will try to flip it. No. Third time we will try to flip it. No. Oh, a waste of money. Japanese action. We have 5 in the even turn, so China and Britain attack the Allied front marker on the China and India fronts. That is why I wanted this to flip, because this will then benefit us. So there is no attack here, but there is attack here, and this attack succeeded on 3 to 6. They are unlucky too. Turn 13. We need to focus here. If they pushed us out of India, game over. 1, 2 action points. Beautiful. So first of all, we try to flip this fleet, and the die reroll works only on the land front, so we cannot do anything more here. No way. 1 again, please, please. Yes, finally, we managed to do it. Turn 13 still, and Japanese now. They rolled 2. Odd turn. American Juggernaut attack the Allied front marker on the central and southwest Pacific fronts. Okay, look what will happen here. Here they attack simply on 3 to 6 because they have control. There is no fortification. Okay, they pushed us back, but here we are in fortification and we have a fleet, so they have -2 die roll modifier, so they will attack. They will succeed on 5 or 6, and they of course rolled 6. Yeah, why am I not surprised? Guys, doesn't look good, but let's try. I rolled 6, so I have 4 action points, and we focus here. First of all, I flip this for 1 action point. Now I can buy the reserve for second action point. For the third, I will attack Rangoon. And I had 3. I needed 4 to 6 because there is one die roll modifier for the reserve. So what I will do, I will use my reserves for a die reroll. Okay, poor. So I will try once again. No way. Not good. Not good, guys. Not good. Japanese rolled 3. This is the even turn. Europa first. Put Europe marker in play. Okay. Turn 15. We rolled 1, so we have 2 action points. 1 action point, we get rid of this. Second action point, we put reserve here because we need to fight here too. Now, what shall we do? Roll for the Japanese forces. It is 5 and odd turn. Imperial Navy. If Japanese control the Central Pacific front, flip the front marker to salt. If not, attack. So they attack us and they succeed on 4 to 6. And of course, they managed. Now, turn 16. Let's see how many auction points we'll get. We got, again, only 2. I want to get rid of this. So the first action point is attack here. Normally 3 to 6, but -1 die roll modifier. So 4 to 6 will be a success. Just checking if you guys can see me clearly. No, and once again no. So we do the reroll. 2 rolls which are poor. Really, guys, I'm rolling terribly. Yesterday when I was playing this game first time, it was much better. Japanese, they rolled 1. This is even turn. Other fronts. Reduce allied army reserves by 1 and flip to active fronts to stalled. We don't have any reserves on the map, and we have some active fronts here and here. Turn 17. I rolled 2 again, only 2 action points. And where should I invest? That's a good question. I'm investing here and attacking here. Oh, it was 6 for a moment, but no, it didn't stay. So we have 4 now. This is the odd turn. Flip 1 allied sea area control marker if in play to Japanese control. Turn 18. I again rolled only 2 action points. You cannot win with this. So first fleet attack, no luck. Yes, the fleet is ours, and now Japanese. They rolled 3, and this is the even turn. Put European marker in play. I believe have I not moved it too fast forward? I don't believe so. Okay, so 1 again, only 2 action points. This is really poor. I want to push at least to Singapore, so I remove it for 1 action point, and for the second I roll, and yes, we finally took the Rangoon. Now Japanese will strike back with 3 and 3 for the odd turn. Defend homeland, attack all allied front markers adjacent and occupying Japan. No, nothing happens. And now we go to the turn 20. We again rolled 2 action points. Let me try push it here. 3 to 6, yes, so we push them here, and 3 to 6, unfortunately we didn't push, and Japan reacts with 2. This is the even turn. Imperial Navy. If Japanese control the southwestern Pacific, they control. Flip to the stalled. It's already stalled. And we finish the game. Now we will calculate the values of victory points. It was, guys, a disaster, to say the least. So victory is calculated for the allies as follows. Add 6 VPs if Japan is occupied. It is not Add 3 VPs for Singapore, unfortunately not. Add 1 VP for each location other than the double circles, so the starting ones, and other than Japan and Singapore. So simply what we conquered. We conquered Rangoon and Bangkok. These are 2 points. We didn't conquer anything here. We were pushed from the Guadalcanal, so we didn't conquer. We were pushed from Tarawa, so we didn't conquer. So 2 points. Add 1 VP for each sea area controlled by the allies. So this is 1 point here, so this is 3 points. Deduct 2 VPs for each sea area controlled by Japanese. So -2, this is -1. Deduct 2 VPs if Europe marker is in play, it is not. Deduct 2 VP if the atomic bomb has not been dropped. It has not been dropped. It can be dropped here on the even turns if you roll 4. So we are on -3, something like this. -3 victory points, -3 victory points, so 12 or less. Japanese win. Much of Asia will become part of the Japanese empire. If the score is 6 or less, the Americans will become an isolated nation and Great Britain will lose the war. Well, yesterday I scored 24 points, which was completely different result, and today it went that way. A bit too low on the action points, unfortunately, but still fun. And as you can see, guys, just checking, we played 26 minutes. Very quick gameplay, as I told you, with explanation of the rules. It's small, neat game, very good for travels, to kill the time when you are in a hotel, for example, or something like this. I believe I will be using this exactly for such occasions. That's all for me for today. If you like this video, give thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content, of course, definitely subscribe. I will come back with more interesting content for you. That's all for today. Thank you so much for being with me, and thank you for watching.